just a deep show, bro. Like, I've seen it maybe 4 times. And at the end, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm crying, man. Like, every time. It's just such a powerful show. And being a dad, it's made me change a lot of the stuff that's happening in my house with my kids. Like, when it comes to iPads, devices, and phones and stuff like that. It's like, it really makes you wake up, man. It really makes you wake up. We've got all, you know, technology has advanced so much in the last 10, 20 years. Like, I don't think people understand. Like, the leap has been crazy as to what we can achieve and what we can do with technology. But with that comes cons. You know, there's pros and cons to everything. There's a lot of cons with this. And I think, you know, basic human things like talking, like we're talking now, just hardly exist anymore.
Yeah, they're being compromised.
Yeah, and that's not good for human beings. I'll say this to people. You remember when, remember lockdown?
Yeah.
And we had to stay inside. You know the weather changed.
What? For the better or for the worse?
For the better.
Okay.
It was hotter.
Yeah.
That was because the damage that we do as humans, to the sky and to the ozone. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of things changed naturally. Nature took back control of shit and started doing things to the world. When you take away human connection, it changes people. Like, my 8-year-old, he animates, and I'm proper pushing him in doing that. Like, he's an animator. He has the equipment and stuff like that. So he's on his iPad a lot and it's animating little shorts and clips and stuff like that. And I want to encourage him. But I've realised, like, the amount of time he spends doing it, when it's time to come off and I'm like, so how was your day? My man's like, yeah, you know what I mean? He can't talk. You got to talk to him through devices. You know, my daughter will be upstairs and would prefer to text me than come downstairs and sit in the kitchen. So it's like, we have to implement Sunday dinner, sitting around the table, devices get locked in the safe. Everyone has to sit and talk and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? In order to get ourselves back closer to it. So yeah, like, I'm going around the houses, but the show is not talking about that specifically, but is about, like, showing the state of where we are and how far we've gone away from the normalities, like the little things that we take for granted, like just speaking about your problems and stuff like that to your family, to your friends or whatever. Those things are gone, and this is why some of that stuff is happening on the streets. We all know knife crime is prevalent at the moment in London. I mean, it always has been, but they're talking about it a lot, and I think it's a problem across the globe, which is why the show has been such a global hit. Like, when you were saying I think it's, what is it? Robert De Niro's show, I think, is second. And it's on like 9 million views compared to 24, 25 million for Adolescence. This is a show specifically set in, like, outside, just a little town outside Leeds. So local that has become so global. The only way that it was able to become so global is that the theme is something that is global.
Reasonable Lizzie, yeah, I talk to my money. I'll be running to the bands, they just walk to the money. You can't talk to me funny. Never. She gave me brains in the roller, that's what I call thoughts in the collie. Okay.